CNN Plus is turning out to be more like a CNN bust. According to reports, fewer than 10,000 people are using CNN Plus on a daily basis 2 weeks into its existence. Now, I can't confirm this, but some blue check marks on Twitter are tweeting that they heard from sources that Chris Wallace isn't handling it well at all. The former managing editor of Mediaite, John Nicosia, tweeted this. Source: Chris Wallace is having daily breakdowns over the miserable launch of CNN Plus. He wants a CNN show or is threatening to walk. They go on, he's having staffers count how many times a day his promo is playing. Now, Wallace left his prestigious gig at Fox behind to be the star of this subscription news streaming service. Clearly, he made a big mistake. You have to wonder, did he not consider the CNN audience before jumping ship? The few rabid libs who watch already don't seem to like what they're seeing. I saw some were outraged over his recent interview with the 1619 founder, Nicole Hannah-Jones, where he pushed back against her claims about how the greatest generation violently suppressed black voters. Watch.
You can't call yourself the greatest democracy and the greatest democratizing force in the country while violently and brutally suppressing democracy at home. And that's what happened for millions of American citizens.
Here's where I take some objection. You're talking about, if you say the country, that we were fighting for democracy overseas and we were not living it, walking the walk, talking the talk at home, I completely agree with you. But you specifically say the greatest generation brutally suppressing, many of this generation brutally suppressing democracy for millions of Americans. To me, and I think Tom Brokaw, when he originally wrote the book, The Greatest Generation, was talking about 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds who came out of the farm fields of the Midwest, who came out of ethnic neighborhoods in Brooklyn and South Philly and stormed the beaches of Normandy and fought to defeat the worst regime, I would argue, in world history. And to say that they were 20, 30-year-olds. The country was brutally suppressing blacks, but the greatest generation wasn't.
Joining me now, director at MRC-TV, Eric Scheiner. Eric, it's great to see you. So, Eric, what do you make of this CNN Plus? And only so far there are 10,000 subscribers. I think my promo for the show gets more views than that daily.
Well, more people watch Betamax in the United States, if you look at statistics, than have signed up for CNN Plus subscription service. And they put a whole lot of zeros into it, including Brian Stelter. $300 million is the amount of money they sank in, so they're paying about $30,000 per subscriber right now. They're planning to sink in $1 billion. This sounds like it's not going to succeed. This is going the way of Tab Clear, I think, as far as a product. Viewers, I guess they don't want to subscribe to fake news. There's not a big taste for it.
Yeah, I mean, it was a bizarre move when I remember the Chris Wallace announcement that he was leaving Fox or CNN. It's like, what the heck? Like, you're going to leave Fox for CNN? CNN Plus? Terrible idea. I'm sure there was a lot of money involved there. I'm sure they gave him a really big paycheck, if you will. But I'm wondering if he's regretting that. And then what do you think about these tweets about sources saying that he's losing his mind behind the scene? Do you think that's true?
Well, you got to take it with a grain of salt with anything you read on social media, but you could understand why it certainly would be true. I mean, this is a man who had solid ratings over at Fox that's now gone to the subscription service. And frankly, Ford has sold more Edsels for cars, one of the biggest car failures in the world, than people have subscribed to CNN Plus. I think, CNN Plus is really representing a great time in America where Americans are uniting and just saying, no, we don't want that.